What's up, everybody? It's Troy Cartwright. Welcome back to another episode of 10-Year Town. Before we get started, I wanted to give you a quick reminder to make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. It helps us out a ton, and we really appreciate it. Thanks. Today's guest is Adam Wright. Adam is a songwriter, session guitar player, and artist. In this episode, we get into the stories behind some of his incredible songs, like Billy Get Your Bicycle and the track Yellow Bird from his brand new record, Nature of Necessity. We also go over some book recommendations, life, and much more. I really enjoyed this episode, and I know you guys will too. So without further ado, here he is, Adam Wright. Like the Tecovas, man.
Oh, thanks, man. They were a gift from an aunt of mine.
Somehow they did it.
I know, right?
You know, me and Rob Baird.
I know Rob. Yeah,
played their grand opening.
No kidding.
It was in Austin, Texas. It was at like I don't know. We were like in a corner of some dive bar.
Yeah.
That was like when they launched.
Just an upstart. Yeah.
And then we played their second year party, and that was at like the downstairs room at ACL.
Yeah.
Like 310 or something.
Yeah.
And then now they're like got 100 stores.
I mean, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Like there are two places. I mean, we live in Franklin, and they have a legit like store, Tecova store.
Yeah.
And then one of the other boot stores there is a Tecova dealer. It's like
it's crazy.
They're
dude.
everywhere, man.
I don't know how they did it.
I know.
It's impressive.
Well, what's funny is that like at the time, this was years ago.
Yeah.
You couldn't get like a rough out suede Western boot. Like nobody carried one except like a Lucchese. Like you could buy like a $1,200 one. Which
was always the rub for me with Lucchese's. I just like couldn't really afford it.
I know, and like I don't need a boot that nice. And they did offer one, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get a pair of those.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was their business model.
Man, do you remember? How long have you been here?
Well, I think when we wrote, the few times that we wrote, it was before I even moved here.
Oh, was it?
Yep. So that was probably 2015.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I moved here in June-ish of 2016.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I should know exactly, but I don't.
Well, this place was probably gone by then, but there was like a little thrift store behind. You know where Smiling Elephant is?
Yeah.
There was a thrift store behind there. So it was like the basement, but also the back of that building. You know how parking lot's weird.
Totally.
Like you go down the hill.
Yeah.
And it was only there for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
But in the year that it was there, I used to go by there in the afternoons on my way home, And I'm like a thrift store junkie.
Yeah.
And man, one day I went in there and I found a pair of Lucchese's. Like brand new Lucchese's. And they were like goat skins, or like this really interesting like looking leather, real, and kind of like had like a real hard sort of shellac to it. I thought they were really cool.
Yeah.
They're like $20. And I was like, man, there's no way these fit me. Fit like a glove. Yeah. And
what a dream.
I know. I went up to the guy and I was like, man, I'll give you $12 for these. And he's like, cool. I got them for $12. And man, I mean,
still work?
When I say I wore the soles off of them, I literally wore the soles off, like nails. I remember walking around at a gig I was doing in Texas, and I was making noise, like walking around. I'm like, what is that? What's on the bottom of my foot? And I looked, and like this, it was just nails. Part of the shoe, like the nails were just like hitting the ground. And I was like, man, these are kind of toast. I should have resold them, but I didn't. I just took them to a Goodwill. Yeah. Figured I got my money's worth.
You got your $12 worth.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I always start this thing off with the same question, which is, how long have you been in town?
Let's see. It's 23 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where from?
Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. From Newnan, Georgia originally, but lived in Atlanta proper, like right in Midtown, Piedmont Park for, I guess, 5 years before coming to Nashville in 2002.
What brought you to town?
Well, we had a band. My wife and I had like what everyone else called like a folk rock band.
Okay.
I don't know what we thought we were. But everyone in Atlanta said, you guys are, we thought we were like a rock band or something. They're like, you guys are country. I'm like, we're not country. I think we were for Atlanta, so they decided, you guys ought to move to Nashville. So we loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly.
Wow.
Came to Nashville, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea like what you were getting yourself into?
No, we had no idea.
Yeah.
It was a lot of learning on the job.
Yeah.
Like, we thought we were okay at some of the stuff we were doing, but we had a lot to learn.
Did you, you were always, you were in a band, so you were writing songs, but like, were you interested in that becoming, this huge part of your career? Or did you even know that was
the songwriting?
Option? Yeah.
Yeah. We were serious about writing songs.
Yeah.
Whether or not we could make it a job.
Yeah.
I don't know if how much confidence we had in that, but we were serious about writing songs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like a huge, I just straight up didn't know that it was an option.
Yeah.
That it was a job.
Right.
Like
someone would give you money.
I didn't know that
you
you could do a publishing deal.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like pretty late in life when I like discovered.
Well, I knew some of that because I had an uncle that was in the music business.
Gotcha.
And was very successful in the music business. So
Gotcha.
I knew slightly more than someone that just came to town knowing nothing, but I was still pretty green about the business of music. But but I knew that you could make a living doing something in Nashville if you went and just kind of got to work, and learned some things. But the first songwriter round I think we went to, you go to town, you start just going out and meeting people. Yeah, and we went to. Do you remember a place called the Broken Spoke? Off of like Trinity?
No.
They tore it down. It was a hole in the wall, but it was a great place for open mics. And there was a guy, Lee. He probably did a writer's round with him. He used to say, "You look bad, man." That was kind of his catchphrase. But so we showed up to the first song. I didn't even know what a songwriter round was, but Shannon, my wife was just like, "We're going to do this thing." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we drag our guitars out, and we get there, and back then, every bar was just a smoky old bar, and we're sitting out there waiting, and there was a round ahead of ours, and I didn't know who these guys were. They were older than we were, and turns out the first guy was Don Wayne, who wrote like Saginaw, Michigan for Lefty Frizzell. Yeah. And the next guy was Walt Aldridge, who wrote some hits for Ronnie Millsap and Holding Her and Loving You. Yeah. Big hit songwriter. And the other guy was Danny Dill, who wrote Long Black Veil. And I remember looking at Shannon, I was like, we got to get out of here. I was like, we've made a terrible mistake. We have to go back to Atlanta. But, we shakily did our round and
toughed it out.
And,
man, as an aside, I feel like people had cooler names.
Yeah, I know. Danny Dill.
What Don
Wayne.
We don't have anything like that anymore.
And man, Don Wayne was just like, he looked like something out of a movie set, like he had this amazing like silver hair, his shirt was tucked in, kind of barrel chested, and he sat on the stool. Oh yeah. Kind of like, half sat and half stood. Yeah. And played Saginaw, Michigan and like Country Bumpkin. And I thought, wow, we got a lot to learn.
Yeah. Well, how did you go about getting an education?
We got set up with some co-writes, I think we went through, at the time we were with ASCAP, so they were helpful in sort of steering us to people to write with. Yeah. And then, again, like I said, I had an uncle in the business, so some of his people were helpful hooking us up. I don't really remember. I just remember that we ended up writing with some songwriters we probably didn't have any business writing with at the time. Yeah. And so I just kept my mouth shut and tried to absorb some of the things that they were doing. And when I did open my mouth, I tried to make it, pertinent to what was going on.
Absolutely.
But it was an education. I mean, because, we were used to writing songs, but we were more folk oriented, like what at the time was called like alt country or, it's all seemed like folk to me.
Right.
But what later became Americana. And Shannon always maintained, even then, I found a newspaper clipping from our old Atlanta band of her, someone asking what kind of music we made, and she said Americana, and I said, I don't know what that is. But it turns out that's like what we were. But learning how to write songs the way professional Nashville songwriters wrote songs was a little different. It just had a professional, not a shine, but just a professionalism to it that.
It's a little hard to. I think about this a lot. Like, it's hard to put my finger on it. Let's take a quick break here to tell you about our friends, the Graphic Guitar Guys. If you've ever thought about having a custom guitar, whether for merch, a giveaway, or a unique VIP package item, Graphic Guitar Guys makes it simple. They've worked with some of the biggest names in country music, handling everything from the guitar to full color graphics and shipping, and it's all for one easy price. They're also a great option for album pre-sale bundles or fan collectibles. I've worked with Scott and the rest of the team myself, and they really do make the whole process effortless. Check them out at thegraphicguitarguys.com. Now, back to the show.
Yeah.
It's just, when I started out, it was just writing by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a knack for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to do it since I was 14 to 26 when I moved here. I was just kind of doing it myself.
Yeah.
And I go back and I think that some of those songs are still really good.
Yeah.
So like there's a craftsmanship there, but then when you start writing with professionals, there's like another level to the craft, I guess. It's sort of like, there's unwritten rules and structure, and you sort of learn, okay, well, this line right before the chorus, if it can lead into the chorus a certain way, and like the opening line, I feel like is really important.
Yeah.
But it's hard to describe exactly what it is.
Well, and for all of those rules, like, and there are some, like the things that you're talking about are what I guess.
Well, and none of them are unbreakable.
Yeah, there's a good example of them being broken in a really effective way.
Totally.
Anytime you can think of any of those rules. But
yeah,
some of the things that I guess what songwriting teachers would call devices, I guess you do pick up not really thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of them are worthwhile, and some of them, are dispensable, I think, depending on the song. But like, they do sort of give it that professionalism and and also redundancy. Like, a lot of the songs are built the same because
no doubt
everybody sort of uses those same types of rules,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and some of that is probably for the sake of efficiency.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. It's like, if you're going to write a standard verse, pre-chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus song.
And to a hook. Like, bring a hook. Everything here will support the hook. A channel will give us a little bit of more interesting information to get us out of a solo or whatever it is. Like, it's all for, like, the way that studio work is. I mean, I work with Frank Liddell in the studio, and he's kind of a madman. So
yeah, it's a little different.
But I've been in enough other sessions to see, and I can hear what's on those records. It's like, there's still, there's a workflow there that is time efficient.
Totally.
And it's always been that way in Nashville. And so a lot of the decision making is, even as far as what the bass is going to do, at least historically, like, it's probably different, a little bit different now, but was based on efficiency. Like, making sure everybody doesn't screw this up so we can do it 2 or 3 times and get on to the next song.
Yeah.
You know,
because you got to get 4 or 5 songs in that 4-hour session. And
yeah. And the same with the co-write. It's like, you might not see that person again for 2 months.
Yeah.
So let's get this thing knocked out in 3 hours, you know, or less even, you know.
Yeah.
Which is great for efficiency. It's not, I don't know, the song sometimes suffers, sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
It really is some of the best songs I've ever written. I wrote in 20 minutes,
just,
you know?
like just got here.
Yeah.
And also, you know, it changes what you write about too, if you know you have to get done quickly.
That makes sense.
You know.
Well, I am such a fan of you and your songwriting and your, like, I guess like storytelling. You know, it's kind of like some of the stuff is like unconventional in a way. You know, there's a song that you have, I believe it's called Billy, Get Your Bicycle.
Yeah, right.
And it just comes up in like Wrights a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's basically one chord.
It is one chord, yeah, the whole thing.
The whole time. And it's this story. I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't listened to it yet, but it's like, it's a little movie.
Yeah.
That like unfolds and it pays off in the end. And it's like, you know, you can, I listened to it again today and like it gets me every time, you know.
That's a true story, by the way.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
That really happened, yeah.
So like, how do you go about, this is kind of what I was curious about. So you have so many of these story type songs, you know? Mm-hmm. Is this somebody you know? Did you read about it? Like what was
that like the Billy Get Your Bike, actually the kid that I grew up with, his dad is the kid in the story, in the song.
Wow.
And I remember he told me that story and I was like, that's not true. And then his sister, who was more trustworthy than he was, said, oh yeah, that's true. That's a true story.
Did he go to jail?
I don't know.
Yeah. It was
probably not. I mean,
it was just a different time.
This was a different era in, you know, rural, you know, Southwest Georgia. So my guess is they just kind of went, okay, well, there you go.
Gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of the, you know, the details I just sort of imagined.
Yeah.
You know, what they were.
Do you, but that sort of knack for storytelling, like, I take it, you must like to read.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And I like to read. So like I think I like aspire to that level of storytelling.
Man, I was thinking about this. I mean, I always have something that I'm reading, and I'll never get through all of the books that I want to read, but I'm always reading. Sometimes I get on a kick, get moving pretty deep. And I just got off of a Faulkner kick. I think I'm off of it. I started another book, and like, you know how you get your antenna tuned to a thing, and like Faulkner for me was hard to get into.
Well, it's so hard to start because you just have no. It's like
he doesn't want you reading it.
No, there's a couple authors like that. You got to get a couple hundred pages in, and you're like, "Are you punishing me?"
Sometimes a couple of novels, like to just go, "Do I like this writer?"
I've started some of his like 7 times. Yeah, and I'm like, well, I'm smarter now. Yeah, I'll get it. And I don't think I've ever made it all the way through.
I was like that with As I Lay Dying. Like I started it several times, and like, no thanks. Yeah, and then I read. What was it? The Wind in the Palm, or The Wild Palm. Yeah. Have you read that?
No. But I knew you were going to have some good recommendations for me.
I mean, I'd never even heard of it. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And when I read that, I thought, man, this guy is on a whole different level. And I didn't go into As I Lay Dying after that. I went into, I got this giant book that had 4 novels in it. I mean, it's like a Pontiac, and read all of them before As I Lay Dying. Like, so it was like Sanctuary, something Intruder, I can't remember, and one other. Okay. And then As I Lay Dying. And And then I got it. Like I got so used to his stream of consciousness and shifting between time and characters. And that really, like, there were only a couple of novels that he really went heavy on that stuff.
Yeah.
The others, like, are really straightforward. And man, to me, and this makes me less of a Faulkner fan, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite writing of his is when he's just flat out writing. Like he's not
doing the trick.
He's not doing magic tricks with the way, he's not doing anything unconventional. He's not inventing new ways to give you literature. He's just flat out writing. When he's doing that, that's what hits me hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there's just that's the thing, been one of the weirdest things about getting older for me is this sensation of oh, you're not gonna do everything in your life you thought you were.
Yeah.
You're not gonna read every book.
I know.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
So that sort of shortening of time, the end is very far away from me, I hope.
Yeah.
But I know it's there.
Right.
So it pushes me into these, I'm like, I need to do more.
Yeah.
I need to read this stuff that everybody says is great. I got to read this stuff. I got to figure out how to do it.
That's exactly what happened to me, man. I just 3 or 4 years ago, I had the same thought that when am I going to read the classics?
Yeah.
If I don't do it, it's going to take me some time.
Yeah.
And so there are all those lists, like the 100 greatest novels or whatever, and they all differ, except for some things are always on there.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of started hitting those. And
did that does reading the great literature, do you think it impacts your songwriting?
I can't
in
tell.
a way?
I don't know. I almost feel like it just makes you a better reader. You know what I mean? It makes you better able to read deeper literature. I don't know if it makes me a better songwriter or not.
Yeah.
Probably the way that writing songs probably just makes you a better songwriter. You know? I don't know.
But I feel I don't know. I feel like your songs, maybe you don't feel this way. I mean, you're living it, but I feel like your songs just go somewhere. They are, I said earlier, they're they're little stories. They're little vignettes of life.
I do love characters.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. They're character driven.
Yeah. And some of my favorite songwriters do that.
Yeah.
Really well.
When you write, are you always in the same universe that the characters embody? Is it just sort of depend on the day?
No, it just whatever I'm interested in, really. I wish, again with Faulkner, it's everything's pretty much based in, small town Mississippi.
Yeah.
The whole universe, all of his novels swirl around that. And I always thought that was an interesting idea to do that. I know the songwriter Dennis Lindy sort of had a world that he created, and all of his songs were characters in that same world. Yeah. It always seemed like a fun idea. I'm too something. I get bored.
Too limiting.
I guess maybe, I don't know.
Or you write the song and you're like, all right, I'm trying to shoehorn this into my my universe.
Yeah. Or if I'd spend a lot of time on a certain character, in a song, I'm kind of done with it. I'm ready
that
to
makes
move on to
sense.
something else.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe some attention deficit. I don't know. I just get bored and ready. And man, it's what makes me want to write songs too. Is finding some new moment in some character's life that is really interesting.
Sure.
That I want to scratch a song out of. Some of that does come from reading, not really fiction, but nonfiction.
Right. That makes sense. Well, how long have you been writing at Carnival?
About 75 years, I think.
Every time I drive by, I'm just like, I bet he's up there.
I'm usually
in
up
the
there,
room above the stair,
banging my head on the wall.
Yeah.
12 years, I think.
Okay.
Which is in like publisher years, that probably is like
that's a lifetime, man.
years. Yeah, it's like a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, you've had like a lot of, when I was reading through some of the stuff they sent over, just like a lot of cuts along the way. So I don't even know where to like start. Do you have like some high watermarks for you personally?
Gosh, I mean, I'd feel bad for some if I said some were more important than others, because they're all flattering and they all help.
Yeah.
And there's always, sometimes it's like those small, like I remember, I mean, you know, all the Alan and Leanne stuff has all been really rewarding, because they're just really big artists.
Yeah.
But they're so great. Their singing is so great. Like when they chew up a song and give it back to you, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
That's really cool.
And it's always better than you thought it was going to be. But now, you know, I've had a lot of bluegrass cuts, and a couple of years ago there was one little bluegrass. I always make a joke about bluegrass hits being just like any other hit, just without the money. And my wife gets mad when I say that. She's like, "They're going to stop cutting your songs. That's not funny." And I'm just kidding. Of course, I love all bluegrass cuts.
Of course,
mean a lot to me, because I'm such an admirer of that music and the musicianship and the singing.
Yeah.
But this one, man, I got a royalty check, which has changed drastically in the age of streaming.
Yeah.
They're fractions of what they used to be, but I'm still thankful for any that come in. And I got one that was like twice what it ought to have been.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and put it in the bank. But after that,
of course,
I just went to see like what was going on here. And man, there was this little bluegrass song that got on heavy rotation up in some Canadian, radio syndicate, and just generated a substantial amount of money in the world of royalties, which again is not a substantial amount of money. But in the world of fractions of pennies, it did quite a bit. And I was like, man, you never know.
Yeah. You never know. Yeah. How do you think about, I don't know, success and like songwriting? Like, I think I've had to get to a place where I had to sort of remove the outcome from my, I didn't want to let outcomes dictate whether or not I was having a good day.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stopped worrying about it and worrying about, did I write a great song today?
Yeah.
Did I make something today? And like, generally speaking, if the answer to that question is yes, I'm probably having a pretty good day.
Yeah.
But you got to eat.
Yeah. You got to eat. But and the second part of your qualification of that is, did I make something?
Yeah.
Like, because you're not going to write a great song every day. I mean, I am proof. I have a lot of crappy songs sitting around.
Likewise.
And I don't need those, thankfully, do not see the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think they were bad at the time, or I wouldn't finish them. You show up and go to work, every day.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like that's all you have control of too. If you want some peace about it all, like the reward has to be the fact that you did it. Like
you got to do it.
The doing of it. You got to do it.
A lot of people don't get to.
Yeah.
They don't have time, or they can't.
Yeah, that's right. And they don't want anything more than to do it. And we get to do it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
That this is still a job. Well, as of right now, this afternoon, it's still a job.
No, I think it will continue always. I mean, if you go back to the dawn of time, there's always been songs.
Yeah, music.
Now, I don't know to what degree that has paid the bills. When it first started, you probably still had to go out and hunt or whatever it was.
I kind of would like to think you're looking at a little village of cave people, and there's one cave person that made a flute out of a leopard bone.
Yeah.
And figured out if he blew on it, it made weird noises.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of went, man, they're on to something, man. Hey, man, help him out. He's not a very good hunter, but man, maybe
let him play.
Yeah, let him play, man. Just get him over here by the fire, man. Let him play. Give him something to eat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of like that. Like if we're sort of adding something to the experience.
Yeah, I think about like if the world ended, and we had to go back to like a more primitive lifestyle, I think I'd be fine. Because people always want somebody to sit there and
somebody's got to
entertain them.
Yeah, man.
And I got it.
Somebody's got to make the campfire interesting.
That's right.
That's our gig, man.
Yeah. But
you're right. The result of things is stifling.
Yeah.
And man, I think a lot of people, I'm sure people like this too, they do very well with a goal in mind when they come in to write.
Yeah.
I wish I were more. I don't know. I don't wish I were more like that. I wish that experience. I don't know. I don't wish that either. I like the way I do it.
Yeah.
It just hasn't worked for me. Like anytime I've tried it,
it doesn't light you up.
It doesn't light me up.
Yeah.
I'm not inspired by what's going to happen after I leave the room. I'm inspired by what's happening right now.
Yeah.
In the room.
Yeah.
And there's that old saying, man, if you take care of the work will take care of you. I don't know where that originated, but
yeah.
I feel like it's true for creative things.
Yeah.
If you put some thought and heart and energy and time into whatever it is, something good will come of that.
Totally. Yeah, I think, kind of going back to that thing we were talking about earlier about realizing I'm not going to have time, to do all the things that I want to do. Another thing that's been weird for me is like I write a lot, like I journal a lot, and I write a lot of songs that are just me, and I write them up in my office or whatever, and I'm like, this is too weird. I wouldn't even bother to turn this in. I mean, it's like unusable.
Yeah.
As a song. But it's just for me. And I
think those might be the only ones you ought to turn in. Really.
Sometimes I work on them for months and months, and I let them sit, and I go back and I find one line that's better. But I think I just feel maybe more comfortable now, not feeling the pressure of like everything's got to be for the record so it can get millions of streams. Then I can, then what?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I like just getting to make it is like very gratifying to me.
Yeah. And to have to be able to categorize those things, like different types of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I identify with that just from, I do a lot of co-writing.
Yeah.
And that is more either finding just what's in the room, or like, if we sit down and you're like, man, I want to write a song about my cousin,
Yeah.
Then we talk about your cousin for 30 minutes and then write a song about your cousin.
Yeah.
That's what I like co-writing to be. Like,
totally.
Yeah,
it's like throwing the ball.
I'll go write about a pirate by myself, because that's going to take me 3 weeks. Like, I don't want to drag somebody else on that journey. You know what I mean?
You can do that on your own time.
Yeah, I'll do that on my own time. So it's like, I know what you mean about having.
Yeah, the cul-de-sac that I wander down and get stuck on is like, I write a verse and it's super cool. I have no idea what it means.
Mm-hmm.
And then I spend like 7 different tries trying to write a chorus to figure out what the verse is for. And sometimes I never figure it out.
It's all right too.
You know?
And man, like it's such a tricky thing to do. I think that's why people co-write so much. It makes it less tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not all on you.
yeah, you got somebody else to go, nah,
Yeah.
or yeah. And with yourself, you're just like, no and yeah at the same time.
Yeah,
Easy
dude,
to stop.
I wandered downstairs the other night, and I was like, talking to my wife. She's getting ready for bed. I was like, can I play you the song? She's like, I guess. She's so tired of me saying that.
Yeah.
I was like, does this make any sense? Like a minute, 10 seconds in, she said, it doesn't make any sense.
God. I'll tell you though, man, like lately, and I don't know, maybe my brain broke somewhere along the way, but like I enjoy like the mystery of songs that I don't fully understand.
I do too.
Yet. But as long as I can trust that there is something to understand, like I like the puzzle of it sometimes.
Well, and country music can be so on the nose.
Oh, it's very direct, yeah.
And so that's what I like about, I mean, you listen to, I mean, even like a Kings of Leon song or something, you're like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, they may not know either.
Right.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it
Sounds
just,
good,
it feels good. The emotion, like, can you feel it?
Yeah, yeah.
If you can feel it, then you probably.
And good sounding words are important, you know?
Totally.
Like if the words sound good, like
Yeah.
they're doing some work.
Yeah, I get stuck on some like French song from a movie like Shazam, and I listen to that for a while. I'm like, I have no idea what the song's about,
Yeah, yeah,
but I
right.
love
But
it.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah. Well, you just put out a new record, and I had it pulled up. The first song, I'm blanking on the title. Yellow
Bird, yeah.
Yellow Bird. Dude, it's an incredible song.
Oh, thanks, man.
I love that song.
Thanks, man.
It reminded me of, I don't know why. I don't know if you've ever read this novel, Stoner.
Ah, love that book.
One of the greatest books of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know why this song reminded me of that, because it's really not that close, but it's sort of, the song is about like a character.
Yeah.
And it's more of an external look at this character.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But he's still stuck in his own spiral the way that, you know, the character in Stoner is just unable to get out of his own undertow somehow.
Yeah, he's like the book Stoner, it's sort of like this guy that's like, I guess sort of he's very passive.
Yeah.
In his life. Life sort of happening.
And he's protected by this academia,
yeah.
You know, from all of the arrows of life.
Yeah, yeah.
To his own, you know, unhappiness.
Yeah. So I guess with this song, I felt like there was something else maybe that was this giving this guy armor, but it was sort of just.
Well, it's sort of like a combination of just. Yeah, I mean, you know, you spend a lot of time in bars, you know, working. It's like, it's kind of a combination of people that I've just sort of seen along the way.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't know how other people see that, you know, that who that guy is, but to me, he's a songwriter, like a poet songwriter that just sort of at some point just got lost in his mind.
Yeah.
And drinks a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
And just kind of drowns in words and bourbon. Wow.
It's a great song.
Thanks, man.
When you go to make a record, do you write all the songs? Like, do you get an idea of what you want the record to be and then go write the songs? Do you sort of look back and look at the last hundreds of songs you've written and pull 15 that you like? Like, what's your process for it?
I don't say I'm going to write an album about this and then do that. I don't even know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I've never had the time. I don't know. Maybe it sounds fun, but I've never done it.
Yeah.
But it's usually like, you know how you get on you just get on a tear and all of these new songs seem to come from the same version of inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens with me anyway. It's like I'll write every day, but sometimes there's just not a lot of fire, but I do it every day.
Yeah.
And then something will happen and you'll just get a glimpse of a new direction.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, man, you just get an armload of songs. Usually I do. and they tend to come a little easier, and you're using tools you didn't really know you had, and you're growing and like doing things that you weren't able to do before. And I'm not really woo-woo about any of it. It's not romantic. It's just something opens up and you move. It's like when you're playing guitar and all of a sudden you can do a thing you couldn't do before. It's like, I feel like writing happens like that.
Well, yeah, I think of it as like if you were a carpenter and then you were very adept at what you have, you know, your hammer and your tools, but then one day you discover a new use for a tool, or maybe somebody's like, have you ever used one of these?
Yeah.
That's sort of how songwriting is. It's like you unlock a new thing, and it creates like you said, you're inspired. So there's like an offshoot of work from it.
This new room you're able to wander around in.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
It's exciting. And that excitement gives you a bunch of new songs.
Yeah.
And usually from the tail end of that, because that runs out. And you've got these things that all sort of belong together because they all came from the same new excitement.
Yeah.
Or phase of whatever you're doing. So that's usually how I decide. I'm like, well, these all were kind of born of the same, stuff.
Yeah.
And so that they should be like, grouped together.
Yeah. And then does that just happen every few years or whatever? You're just like, it's time. And you're able to make it happen
more often than that. It's just it just took like 3+ years to get this album out. But I mean, I probably have 2 or 3 albums worth of songs that I've written since we recorded this album.
Yeah.
That
boy, isn't that funny?
I know which ones belong together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it took forever, man. I mean,
Well, I just want to normalize hearing you talk about it makes me feel better. I'm still trying. I'm just about to start releasing a record that I've been working on for over 3 years.
Wow.
And I've kind of already in my head written other ones.
Yeah.
And then one of them I've like kind of already made, but I'm like, well, I can't put this out till I put this other. I mean, this is just getting ridiculous.
Right. Backed up, man.
But it's just I don't know. I just try and be not let it like make me feel bad.
No, man, it's just like it's
part of it.
It's a good problem to have, is that you have all of these songs that you are ready to put out.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I'm like, well, these go together. This is the sound.
Yeah. I know. It's easy. I think you can think about it too much. And probably not enough also. I don't know. I don't know what the right amount of thinking for any of this is, but I'm glad this record is out, and I'm excited to. I've already started looking at, all the other songs and kind of grouping them together and figuring out what they want to be. Yeah. But we still got a lot of work to do on this record in terms of
promoting it and playing some shows.
Try to get it heard.
Yeah, it's always a struggle, man.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of ways to get songs heard now.
Yeah.
But I think, and I'm hopeful, just us talking about it here will like give you some stuff you can use to share it. But it's like, there's the obvious stuff about the TikTok and all this stuff, but it's like person to person is still like a very valuable recommendation engine.
Yeah.
It's typically, historically, how it always worked.
Yeah. At least,
and we've like forgotten about it.
At least for like a certain type of follower or fan, listener. Is a better word. It is me going, hey man, have you heard this record?
Yeah.
And like that carries a lot more weight than this,
Yeah. I think about so many of like the most impactful records to me. I mean, everything from like Turnpike Troubadours to Bill Withers to Tyler Childers is because somebody was like, have you heard this?
Yeah. Somebody you trusted.
Yeah. Like, friends,
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a trusted recommendation. And that's like a slower growth.
Yeah.
but it sticks around, I think.
Like it's a more secure connection to that music, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it sticks around longer. Well, I'm so grateful to you for coming on and just talking to me about songwriting. If you can't tell, like, I just love to talk about it.
Me too, man. I mean, it's part of why. I mean, I would probably write a lot faster if when I were co-writing,
you didn't talk so much.
I mean,
well, before we get out of here, I always like to ask our guests, like, if you could go back to your younger self that was just moved to Nashville, kind of getting started on this journey, if you could give them some advice, send it through time, is there anything that you would say?
I got some good advice when I first moved to town, and I didn't listen to it. So I don't think I wouldn't listen to myself anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't think I would give myself any advice. I wouldn't listen to it.
There you go.
It would fall on deaf ears.
It would. They wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't listen.
yeah.
I'll tell you the good advice that someone gave
please.
me that I probably should have listened to. So,
Sure.
Save your money. Stay away from assholes.
There you have it.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, Adam, thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
Man.
That's it. That's the pod. See you later. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of 10 Year Town. If you want to follow along with the show, make sure you follow us on Instagram at 10 Year Town Pod. And you can find me, your host. I'm at Troy Cartwright, or send me an email, troy@10yeartown.com. We'll see you next week. Thanks.